Frankfurt and throughout the world, welcome to Monsoon Live right here on YouTube and Facebook. I am the chairman of the board, Jeffrey Monsoon Mysick. We're coming to you live atop beautiful Lancaster Avenue right here in downtown Wayne, PA. Nickelback kicking us off with Burn It to the Ground. Guys, I hope you had a great week. It has been a fun week here in the U.S. I mean, the news stories have been tornadoes, the big shindig that went down at the 4th of July, spectacular in Philly, and of course, Team USA. Woo! Big victory. We're going to cover that and a new look at how you can follow me and this show starting Monday. A great opportunity, folks. I'm going to encourage you to do this. Join us on our new social media aspects as we grow. And of course, we are gunning towards Bash at the Bridge 2015. So a lot to cover. But first, let's get right to the weather forecast from the Monsoon Live Weather Center. If you love Saturdays, Sunday is going to be just as nice. Sunny, high of 88. Monday, we got a chance of a thunderstorm, high of about 85. The storms will accelerate on Tuesday, 50% chance. The Monsoon Live team is calling for a high of 85. Wednesday, also up to 40% chance of storms, 85 as well. And then Thursday, 82 degrees, refreshing. Looks nice. And then Friday, 84. And it looks like maybe a possible heat wave next week. We'll keep our eye to it. Tropics, nothing on the horizons. We're monitoring the Atlantic as always. Don't see anything forming in the foreseeable future. If something does come up, you can bet the Monsoon Live weather team will be at your disposal. How easy is that? A couple quick weather notes before we get into the bulk of our show. As I get the look already from people. We're going to have to introduce Heath in a minute because I got to encourage you guys. We had 2 tornadoes affect our area this past week. One was up in Montoursville, an EF0 tornado, and another one was an EF1 tornado in Hamburg, Berks County. I was up there about 2 weeks ago or so with my family, just north there, to go to Knoebels. But there was some damage, and elementary school got destroyed, I believe, on the Berks County one. So a really active period. And looking out my weather window on Wayne, we have kids in shorts. We have folks in shorts. People are just enjoying the weather out there today. So if you get a chance, great weather. Yesterday was amazing. Friday night weather was amazing. But we are in an active period. It's going to continue to stay active for the foreseeable future. And as always, guys, I got to stress this because I'm a victim of this. As you can tell, I'm a weather guy. Keep your eye to sky, and if you hear thunder, get inside, please. Lightning deaths are huge in our country, and we got to be very careful of that. So if you hear thunder, go inside. Play it safe. Don't be like me with a camera going like that. Okay? That's the weather forecast. As I get the look right now, I see we need something like... No, we're not going with that. As I get the song that I want. 4th of July weekend. Let's talk about that first. What a weekend for the U.S. We celebrated America's birthday. And at the end, the coolest mayor of Philadelphia, I got to give my props to Michael Nutter. He's performing, he gets on stage, he's performing with the Roots at the Welcome America, Wawa Welcome America Bash. He does his rap, and then he drops the mic he just bookended it. Dude, freaking cool. That's Nutter. Nutter is freaking cool. But what could have topped it except for this? One of our Republican candidates said, we don't win. We're not winners. Well, Team USA, Women's World Soccer, is the world champs, Mr. Trump. Yes, I will be making fun of Donald Trump, the island of misfits. That is our illustrious 2016 races. But congratulations, Team USA, Women's World Cup champs. They've won it. Now let's just hope one day we can get the men to win it Yeah. That's like the Phillies actually winning the World Series in the next 5 years, or the Eagles winning the Super Bowl in the next 5 years. I believe it. I'll tell you right now, based on current baseball and football, the Eagles have a better chance of winning the Super Bowl than the Phillies have winning the World Series. So, like I said, not bashing it. Another big story in the news. We're going to keep on this news phase before we go into our next area. The Confederate flag came down in South Carolina amongst cheers and the flagpole. Now, guys, I'm going to say this once. You brought down the flag. It's a piece of hatred. But the hatred still exists. Saying. I'm glad it's down. Great job. We continue to have the dialogue, have the discussion. Let's continue having dialogue about race and all that. Okay? Saying that. That was the other big story of the day. Fast forwarding, Pope Francis had a huge audience. The Pope will be here in September. So, been a crazy week for across the board. Couple program things before we get into the big section of what I'm going to talk about. You can now follow me exclusively on Twitter. We're now part of the social aspect. Twitter at Monsoon Live 83. That's on Twitter at Monsoon Live 83. Or if you want to go inside my personal world, like outside of what you see here, you can follow me on Snapchat. That's with the letter J, MYCEK 83 on Snapchat. I've been posting pictures of me getting ready for the gym. First flex ever. Love it. Even with the shaved head. I've been going to the gym. I'm going to be going to the gym in a little bit after we record the show. So that's what else has been going on. We, of course, are on a collision course for our big season finale, Bash at the Bridge. More details next week. We're going to really be doing some cool stuff with that, as I like to give you some upcoming notes. We're also going to be covering the Supreme Court this coming time, and we're going to be talking about football season in a couple of weeks. And Bash at the Bridge is slated for September 5th, our big season finale. Season 12 will wrap up September 5th, and then we go on hiatus in September. So, now, big thing I want to talk about today. I know we don't use my show for personal aspects, like really good personal, but we want to talk about something. Forgiveness. We don't talk about that, and I'm going to be a little preacher today. Oh no, he's preaching. Hear me out. When was the last time you said you were sorry to somebody and you meant it? What happens? When was the last time you said, hey, I was wrong? Or you forgave someone for stuff that they did against you? This past week, as I was preparing for the show, I made a list of everybody I wanted to forgive. Just as a idea. This came about over the last 2 weeks. And I go, we really don't forgive ourselves. We don't forgive people in our lives. And then there comes a time when they're gone. Now, what does this mean? If I forgive someone, what does that do for me? One, it gives me a clear conscience. Even if you don't tell the person, if you say it in your apartment, if you say it in your home, hey, I forgive so-and-so. It's all good. Or you forgive someone who may have passed away. It frees you. You could write a letter. I wrote a letter to my former boss and put it on his door. And I actually said a prayer at the store and said, I'm sorry. I forgive you. And you move on. Christ even says, forgive, forget, give it to Christ. Or whatever you believe in, give it to them. So, there's some people right now, I'm going to take a moment in this show to forgive. And we're going to move it on. It gives me a clearer conscience. And by the way, ever since I wrote this list, and ever since I made a commitment that I forgive everybody who is on this list, and there's a lot, I'm not going to read them all, but everybody who's on this list, I'm going to forgive them. But I'm also moving on and going, hey, I want to build the relationships that I have in my life. So very simply, the first person I forgive is my late father for passing away. I forgive my brother. I forgive my old job, John's Market. I forgive my mother for anything she's done. I forgive those who hurt me in the past, made fun of me. I forgive a friend named Maria. I forgive people who talk bad about me, who talk smack, and I forgive them. And I ask for their forgiveness if I've talked smack about them. And everyone else on this list, ask for your forgiveness. And I also forgive you for anything. You know, I forgive a pastor, Chuck Kiefer. I forgive Hare Kelly. I forgive Ronnie. I forgive Jason. I forgive Jen. I forgive people. And I ask for forgiveness for the stuff I've done to them. This is forgiveness. This is the past. It's now trash. Move forward. So, I'm going to challenge you all to this week. Who do you need to forgive? Do it. It'll clear your mind. And let us know. Don't let us know. Say, hey, we took your challenge. So challenge this week. Forgive people in your life and move on. It does work. Trust me, I'm living proof of it right now. I forgive a lot of people, and I'm like, dude, I'm freaking set for life. So, that's it. So, kind of hard. By the way, and please you don't have to do it my way. You know. And oh, by the way, I forgive everybody in class of 2002. So you're all forgiven. Much like we do presidential pardons, I just forgave everybody. So, but that is it for this week. Been an interesting week. Like I said, we combined weather, news, forgiveness. You got a sermon. But it's going to be great. Next week, we got a very unique week. I'll be very busy. But Heath McNeese. If you've never heard of this guy. Actually, here it is. Heath McNeese will be at the Brandywine campground. Hope you can join us for that. Monsoon Live will be recording our special Heath McNeese show. We'll talk about Heath on our show. We're also going to look forward to a great week of that. Next week, we're also going to talk about, I believe, SEPTA inside that world. We're going to cover also the basic news as well. So if anything breaks, you got us here. Again, follow me on Monsoon on Twitter at MonsoonLive83 or Snapchat JMysick83. Hope you guys have a great week. Next week, Heath McNeese, the road to Bash at the Bridge 2015 begins when we change the calendars as we get closer to our epic finale that is Bash, our season 12. But for now, I got to go to the gym. As always, I got to put some iron, got to get stronger, got to get ready to box. Got to knock somebody out, hopefully. Later day, guys. Have a great week. We'll see you next week on Monsoon Live.